Sarah today. She's our camera woman, and we are coming to you live on Hometalk from Vancouver Island, BC, Canada. And I would love to hear where you're all watching from, so leave us a comment and let us know where you are, and click on the like button so that we actually know that you're seeing this. Where is everyone watching from? Do you see anybody, Sarah?
Not just yet.
Okay, well, we'll just get started. So today I'm excited to demonstrate how to create a DIY serving tray. This is an example of one I did previously, and we're going to do something similar, but different colors, different pattern. So I'm just going to put this aside right now, but this is going to be the end result. So what we are going to do, before we actually get started with the project, I want to draw your attention to our box of country paint goodies. We are giving away over $200 worth of country chic paint products, and we would love for you to enter to win. So leave us a comment and let us know who you would make a serving tray for. If you could make it for somebody else, who would it be and why would you make it for them? Alright, so first thing that we are going to be doing is aging some hardware. I'm also going to show you how to whitewash and create a weathered wood look, and also we're going to be doing some decoupage. Alright, so first things first, we are going to take our hardware, and as you can see, this looks all new and shiny, but we want it to look weathered and old. So I'm just going to put it in this plastic jar, and I'm just going to lay them flat, and I'm also going to add my screws to it. Need about 16 of them. That looks about right. Now we are going to use a mixture of just plain white vinegar, hydrogen peroxide, and salt. This is sea salt. You can use any kind of salt that you have. And I'm just going to eyeball it today. You can measure it out if you want, but it doesn't come super precise. You just want to make sure you put enough in there that it covers all your hardware. You're doing about 2 parts of vinegar. And you're going to add about 2 parts of the hydrogen peroxide. And about 1 part of salt. Could be a little less. Hold on. Okay, so let's put this aside. And I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. And then I'll put it over here, and we're going to check back on that later. Alright, so the next step today is going to be whitewashing. As you can see from our example, this part is going to be decoupaged, so we're not going to worry about whitewashing that. We're going to decoupage right over the wood. You can also paint it first and then decoupage over the painted wood, but we're just going to leave this raw, and we're going to whitewash the rest, including the bottom. So let's just take this apart.
Kathy says I would make it as a gift for my new mom for a baby shower. I love to give gifts for the new mom also.
That is very nice. Yeah, I know. I always wonder why all the babies get the best presents and the mom often gets forgotten. So that's a great idea. I like that a lot. Okay. Thank you for leaving a comment. So what we will take now to whitewash this, we're not going to use white paint, we're going to be using our Lazy Linen all-in-one paint. It's a beautiful subtle gray color. I'm just going to pour some of that into this container. And again, I'm just eyeballing this. You can measure it out if you want, but it doesn't come super precise. And I'm going to add about the same amount in water to it. And I'll take my stir stick and just mix it all in together. All right, that looks about right. Now I'm going to take one of our oval paint brushes and simply apply it to the wood. And this is a technique you can do with any color. It doesn't have to be a gray or a white. It can be any color that you choose. And I'll just demonstrate it on a few of these pieces so you get the idea of the technique. All right. So as you can see, I'm not going for perfect coverage, but that's exactly what I'm wanting to do because it's a whitewash technique. If you don't want to get your hands all messy, you can wear some latex gloves if you prefer. Makes it a bit easier to clean up later. So now I'm going to take my rag and put it in some water. Rinse it out and just pull it up and remove as much of the wash as you would like. And as you can see all the detail in the wood peeking through. And of course, when you're doing this at home, you want to put it on all four sides of your boards and even the end pieces as well. And we will be sure to post a tutorial of the entire serving tray to our Hometalk profile so that you know exactly the measurements of all the pieces and that you can do this at home as well. All right, now the next step is going to be letting this dry. But of course we have limited time today, so I prepared some other pieces to show you what we're going to be doing next. So I'll put this aside. Oh, do you want to have a look at what's happening with our hardware there, Sarah? You can already see that it's getting a little rusty over there. Pretty neat how soon that happens. Do we have any other people leaving comments for the giveaway?
We do. We have lots of color suggestions.
Okay.
Lots of teals, couple of yellows.
Yeah. Nice. All right, so our next step is going to make this more of a weathered wood look. We don't want it to look all pretty and new. We want it to give it some age, and for that we're going to be using our gray wax. Our waxes are made with all natural ingredients and they are a little bit harder than what you're used to perhaps, but that is because it doesn't contain any solvents, so it's completely environmentally friendly, no VOCs or anything like that. What we will do is I'm going to use a paint paddle and scoop some of the wax out to just make it a little bit easier to apply. All right, so now I'm going to use a clean, dry, lint-free rag to spread it across my piece of wood here. And you can make this as dark as you want. There's actually a trick to make it less dark, and I'll show you that in just a second. There, so you apply it, and then you can buff it if you want, just so you remove any tackiness.
Oh, they're wondering if you can tell them what was in the hardware again.
What was in the hardware again? All right, so I used about 2 parts of vinegar, just white vinegar, 2 parts of hydrogen peroxide, and about 1 part of salt. And you're gonna let that stand for about 30 minutes or so minimum. All right, but let me show you, if you wanna lighten this up, if you think, oh, that's not quite what I had in mind, you can take some natural clear wax and just take your rag and swirl it around in the jar. And when you apply that, it kind of acts as an eraser, as you can see in that area over there. Can you see that? Yeah, all right. So, say you wanted a little bit lighter gray, then you can do that.
Jamie's wondering if this would work on kitchen cabinets.
For kitchen cabinets, I would not necessarily recommend using wax, just because it's going to be handled so much, and kitchen cabinets can get quite messy. So I recommend using our Tough Coat for protection on kitchen cabinets, but you cannot use wax underneath it because wax contains natural oil. So if you want to add an antique effect to kitchen cabinets, what you want to use is glaze instead, because glaze is water-based and it can go underneath Tough Coat. I hope that answers that question. All right, so I've just done this one here. So you can see it looks quite different from this one over there. Let's see, I actually do need to do this one, otherwise I can't finish the project. So let me just go ahead and show you again, and then maybe Sarah can show the prize package that we're giving away. It's a $200 package of Country Chic paint products so that you can play around and have fun with them at home. There's some, maybe Sarah, you want to tell them what's in the package?
So over on the left side here, we have 3 different colors of wax. We have natural wax, gray wax, and pearl wax. Then we have a jar of image transfer medium. We have a few different colors of paint over here. Bliss, which is a really nice turquoise, Lazy Linen, and Elegance, all very popular colors. Oh, and we have a jar of licorice there as well. We have some Tough Coat used for sealing your pieces for optimal protection. And then we have an oval paintbrush and a wax brush.
Awesome. All right, so to enter the giveaway, please leave a comment and tell us who you would make a serving tray for and why. So if you want to leave a comment, then we'll pick a winner at the end and we'll send that over to you. All right, so let's clean this up and put it aside. And then our next step is going to be decoupaging. All right. We will take this piece of wood, because we're going to be doing all 5 of these bottom pieces of the tray. All right, I've got some napkins here if you want to show them, Sarah. There's a variety of napkins here that I picked up just from the grocery store. You might find them at your local grocery store or at a kitchen store. There's so many cool napkins, and they can add a really fun touch to your DIY projects. So now what we are going to do is we are going to cut the piece of napkin to size.
Christina says she would make one for her mom. It makes a perfect Mother's Day gift.
Oh, I like that. Thanks for the comment. All right, so I'm just gonna cut this out. I don't need that anymore. And obviously this doesn't come super precise. Okay, we're making it way too big, but we're gonna deal with that later. And as you can see, it's not quite big enough for this piece of wood, so I'm gonna cut up an extra piece to cover the rest of the piece of wood. Okay, so let's put this away. And now what we need to do is remove the printed layer of the napkin and pull it away from the unprinted layers. And this is kind of tricky sometimes, but it's not too hard today. At least this is, well, let's see. Okay. Well, maybe as I'm fiddling around with this, maybe you can tell me if there's any DIY technique that you would love to learn this year. And leave a comment and tell me what you would like to learn. I see anybody saying something?
Okay, it says she would make a tray for herself. She just moved and she's in the process of decorating.
Oh, fun. Thank you. That's a great one.
Lots of people want to make one for their mom.
Okay, yeah, it seems like that kind of project. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's a little finicky. Okay, there we go. That's one piece. Now this piece. And where is everybody watching from? I would love to know.
We've had some chiming in from Minnesota. I saw Houston earlier.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Are there any other people from Canada on there? It's snowing right here right now. Normally it isn't snowing as much here, but it is snowing again outside.
Aw, Eve says, I would make it for my husband. We have been married 37 years and he still gets breakfast in bed every morning.
Oh my goodness. That is too sweet. Wow. He's one lucky husband. Okay. So we are going to be needing our image transfer medium to decoupage the napkin pieces to our wood. So what we will do is take a paper plate. Well, actually it's a bowl, but we'll just call it a plate. And
we have someone from Kelowna, BC. It's snowing there also.
Nice. Hello. So glad you're watching today. Okay, so I've just scooped out some of the image transfer medium, and we are going to be using one of our painting sponges. I don't know if you can see that, to evenly apply it to our board. Now, you don't want to add too thick of a coat because then it's going to take forever to dry, but you also don't want it to be too thin because then it will dry before you have a chance to put the napkin on. So you want to put a generous coat on, and you want it to be fairly even. Okay, I need a little bit more over here. There we go. All right. So now the fun part is putting this on. And obviously a napkin is very fragile, but it's also very forgiving. So it's nice to work with for decoupage. But the thing is, when you put it on, you can't move it anymore. So, but if it is a little bubbly, that's fine. You can smooth that out. So as you can see, I just laid it on. I hope you can see. And then you can just gently smooth it out. Now I'll take this piece and add it over here. Okay. I think that looks good. I think I need to push it on a little bit more here. Okay, so I'll just show you, for time's sake, I'll just show you how to do this on one piece of board, but obviously you will do it on all 5 of them when you're making this at home. All right, so I prepared these pieces here. So these have dried because for the next step, what we want to do is remove the excess pieces of napkin over there and all around the sides. We want to make sure that it's completely dry. So probably about 12 hours before you start the next step. And that step is taking a piece of sandpaper. This is a fine grit piece of sandpaper, and we're gonna simply sand away the excess. Sorry, I'll talk first and then I'll sand the excess pieces of napkin over here. I want to give it a bit of a distressed look, so that's exactly what I'm going for here. You just want to make sure it's nice and smooth. All right, so I will do the other 2 as well.
Oh, I'd like to know what grit sandpaper you're using.
This is about 120 grit sandpaper. It's actually, I don't think it has a grit, it just says fine. It's just a type of sandpaper, it's a cloth sandpaper. They don't give grits for some reason, but it's about 120. Okay. You have any more entries for the contest? Sarah's just looking at the entries there. As I'm making a lot of noise, I'm not sure if you can even hear me talk right now. Okay.
Christy says she would make it for her in-laws. Her father-in-law just had surgery and started chemo.
Oh my goodness.
He stays in his chair or bed, so her mother-in-law carries the meals, meds, and water to him all the time.
Aww.
That would be helpful.
That would be really nice. What a great idea. Aww. Okay, let's see. Looks like about done here. All right, let's remove some of this mess. Okay, now what we want to be doing next is protecting these pieces of decoupaged wood, because we're going to be using it as a serving tray, and obviously it will get water spills, and we want to make sure it stays nice and beautiful the way it is right now. So we're going to use our Tough Coat and give it probably if I was doing this without the video, I would probably coat this twice. So you want to leave this for about 24 hours after decoupaging. Then you apply 1 coat of Tough Coat, and then you want to wait another couple hours for another coat of Tough Coat. And that will give it excellent protection for years to come. All right, why don't we check back here? Let me just grab it and see what's happening in our little jar of hardware. Isn't that cool? It's all getting very rusty over there. Okay, I'll put that away again. So for Tough Coat, it's best applied with a painting sponge for the smoothest finish. So this, I will again use a little plate or a bowl in this case. Put some on and simply wipe on like so. And what you want to do is also add it to the sides over here, because obviously you might, if something spills, then it might drip in between your pieces of wood, and you don't want it to get damaged when you're using this. Because you've worked so hard on this, so you want it to stay nice. There. So you want to leave that for about a couple hours and then do another coat of Tough Coat over top. But for now, I'll just show you on this one. All right, let's see. I will start and put this together now. So these are the pieces that I used to demonstrate, so I'll put those aside. And grab these ones. And of course you can kind of move things around to see how you want to organize your pattern here, but I kind of like how this looks, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like. What do you guys think? Do you like this color better, or do you prefer this one? Just to let you know, this was painted with a wash of Midnight Sky paint, and then after that was dry, another wash of Lazy Linen over top. Obviously, you want to make sure that you let your first wash dry completely before you do the second wash over top, otherwise it will just all blend in together. So what does everyone think? Do they like this better, or do they like this color better? Are people saying anything, Sarah?
Lots of people are saying they like a blue.
Okay.
Oh, Crystal says she likes the blue one.
She likes the blue one.
Barbara likes the gray.
Okay. Good. There's lots of options.
Terry likes both of them.
Okay. Oh, that's sweet. All right. So now let's see. I'm not sure if this has been quite long enough, but let's see what happens. Okay, I just need a piece of paper towel. I'm gonna get rid of that yucky brown mixture. I'll just pour it in here. Now we'll just spread it out over here. And I think what you'll definitely notice is that it will continue rusting more over time. Can you see that? I'll see if I can pick a piece up. Can you get a close-up? I'm not sure how well you can see. Yeah. So that was pretty quick. That was maybe, what, 20 minutes or so? So if you leave that for a little bit longer, it'll start rusting a little bit more, and yeah, it looks pretty cool, I think. It's a neat thing to do if you want to use new hardware but you want it to look old. To prepare, I dried these off. I made these a few days ago. And as you can see, these screws are definitely very rusty. So what is left to do is simply screwing it all together. And I'm not super good with power tools, but we'll see how this goes. Okay. Let's see if I can show you. Because basically what you're going to be doing is adding these corner brackets. Here, maybe I'll show you over here. Adding the corner brackets over here to keep it together. You see that? Good, okay. And then we'll flip it around and screw these pieces on from the bottom. Okay. So let's start by just adding this one here. And by the way, if you are enjoying this video and there's somebody else that you think would like to see it, make sure to click the share button and just send it to them in a message or post it on your Facebook wall and share it with some of your friends. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's going the wrong way. There you go. That's better. Now, let's see. I probably shouldn't waste too much time putting this whole thing together, but there we go. Okay, so you get the point. You want to put all these 4 pieces together. And then after that is done, we're going to turn it around. Let's see. Make sure that if you have not entered our giveaway prize, that you leave a comment letting us know who you would make this tray for. Because we're giving away, Sarah, if you want to show them, that basket of paint goodies, so you can play around with the paint at home and create your own projects. Okay, so just to show you how to finish up, you will take all 5 of your bottom pieces and just place them on like so. Oh, I think I screwed it on wrong over here. Oh, let's see. There. And what I've done in these bottom pieces, I've pre-drilled little holes so it makes it easier to screw a long screw in there. Because we were using these little ones for the corner pieces, but for attaching this to the side pieces, you want to use long screws. And we'll be sure to post all of that on our Hometalk profile so that you can follow the exact instructions and do this at home. Okay, so just like that. Oh, see, I told you, I'm not very good with this stuff. There. Okay, so basically you'll keep doing that and until it's all put together. And then you'll end up with, let's see, I'm not sure if I can flip this over. No, I can't. But I want to show you what the end result will look like, but screwing it together will probably take me 15 minutes. So I just want to give you an idea of what it's going to look like. Does anybody have any questions that you see, Sarah?
Laura said she would make one for her sister as a thank you present. She's given her loads of help with her final year university dissertation.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right. So, as you can see, I made a little screw up over here. I added this on the wrong side. I should have put this piece right here. Does that make sense? Anyway, this is what you'll end up with. A beautiful homemade DIY serving tray. We'll definitely add, as I said before, we'll definitely add the step-by-step instructions to our Hometalk profile so that you can follow the exact instructions at home. If you have not entered to win our giveaway, then this is your final chance to make a quick comment and tell us who you would make a serving tray for and why, because we are going to be giving away this basket of Country Chic paint goodies. It's worth over $200 and one lucky winner will receive that in the mail soon. All right, I just want to tell you that if you want to learn more about Country Chic paint and our products, that you can go to countrychicpaint.com and you'll find a listing of all our store locations, as well as lots of video tutorials and written tutorials and just a whole bunch of helpful info that you can use in your creative projects.
We did have a couple of questions about what kind of wood you're using.
What kind of wood? This is just really simple fir wood, I believe, just from the hardware store. And we'll make sure that the exact dimensions will be posted on our Hometalk profile so that you can just pick it up and get it cut to size. It should be available anywhere. Is there any other entries for the giveaway?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
Amanda says she would make it for her mother. She deserves breakfast in bed like the queen she is.
Aw.
Lots of breakfast in bed ideas.
Okay.
Linda said she would do this for her grandson.
Okay.
Oh, and Malibu said she would do it for her coworker who just had her 25th anniversary.
Oh, that's nice. I think my favorite, I'm not sure if you can still find it, is the woman that would make it for, was it her husband who just found out he has cancer and she's bringing him all meals in bed? Do you know who said that?
I don't off the top of my head, but we can find out.
We will find out. Yeah, we will definitely find out, and we will send you this prize package. You'll be winning that because I think that's a really good one. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this live video. If you have any other questions, please feel free to just leave a comment and we'll be sure to check back tomorrow and answer any questions you may have. Be sure to hit the subscribe button after this broadcast because tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern we'll be live with another Hometalk video. So make sure to check back in then. Thank you so much for watching and happy crafting!